All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the Southcoast tournament in Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Let's see what we got here. All right, this hole I'm going to use a rocket. Rocket, yeah. And I'm going to switch up some of the stuff in this bag so I don't accidentally get stuck with it. I switched up to my accurate stuff for hole number, or my backspin stuff for hole number 1. And I'm going to switch to a rocket, which is at 1.2 per ring. I think where I'm at, I'm playing at 1.2 per ring. And I'm using a marlin ball. And this would be a great hole for either the Oceania and the Oceania is going to help you because you can use the side spin. I've only got 5 of them. And the Santa balls, I only have 6 of those. And I don't think I have any other. I don't think any of the rest of these are 0 power, 5 wind. So I'm not really. Do I have enough to use in every one? I do. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the Oceania ball because I won't have to put on any curl. And the curl is what's really so unpredictable on this hole. So you can use a marlin, but you'll have to add a little bit of curl. And I was adding I was pulling the ball to the ring, edge of the ring, and just a little bit beyond that. So other than that, the shot's going to be exactly the same. And I'm going to take my rocket, and that's what I'm using. A maxed out rocket is a thing of, I really haven't used my rocket in a long, long time. I think I used it when I first started playing for a bit, and then I just haven't used it. But this is definitely a great hole for it. Okay, so here's my rocket. I'm at minimum club. I'm trying to get all the way over to the hole. Pull it back just a titch. Now, even with this ball, I'm going to have to use a little bit of curl. So at 1.5, I'm doing a 1.2 adjustment. So that's going to be just a titch over 1 ring. And then I am going to have to put just a little bit of curl on it. Hitting it perfect. Got a little bit of distance there, but it's working its way towards it. I've been really close. I've over curled, under curled, but I've been right there in that distance. It's actually about the longest that I've hit it. I either need to put on a little bit more backspin or move it back just a little. Now this is the problem with hitting over this, is that you have several issues. You can tell, see where their bounce is right there up against that rough? So they got plenty of room out here. They hit it great to the left or right. It ain't gonna matter on this shot. But they hit this right here great to the left, and they're gonna hit that rough. And they hit it perfect. And look how close they came to that rough. So you put that rough up there, you put the sand, you put the other rough, you put all that stuff into play. I'm not interested in that. I want to get as close to the green as I possibly can on these par 3s. So that's why I'm using a rocket, and I'm using a 0 power ball, so it gives me enough room to apply all of the stuff that the Hornet has. And I could get a little bit closer to the green if I move the ball a little bit to the left and eked towards that rough line. But once again, this is going to be a low percentage hole-in-one shot to begin with. And I want to give myself a shot at hole-in-one, but I'm not interested in giving myself a shot at getting caught up in one of those traps. They call them traps for a reason. And as you know in this game, sand, I don't know, when you hit the ground, and from that point forward, every successive bounce, if you're going over sand, it seems like it affects it a lot more than if you weren't. So I'm not interested in bouncing here and going over the sand. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Southcoast tournament and Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.